Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome back to the channel, always with Younes Charfaoui. In this video, I'm going to see one post I shared a while ago about the let standard function in the Kotlin, what the potential problem may be, and let's have some discussion around the topic of the let function. Let's get started. So previously I shared this snippet of the code here, like I tried to recommend people, like here is the crime scene that I made here, of course. So I said here, when you have this kind of expression, when you have customer, for example, like you would check if it is not null and then you would use it. Like it was problem, I didn't use some good IDE here, just carbon, in order to do that. Like there's problem here, but the intention is clear. Try instead, what you can do the get customer, and then with the let you can use the same thing. This would work, this is fine for the moment, but like the community shared some thoughts around that, and I really admire this. Like this is the beauty of sharing things online. You will always learn new things, right? And the community shared some potential problem with that and advised me to like correct what I said here. So I did the correction here, another post. I will dive that into 1 minute, of course. Now, currently this problem, this code snippet has nothing wrong with it. It will work always fine. But as I said, one of the person that commented about this thing, that I'm sharing that so developers will understand that the let is used for that purpose. It is used for this null thing. So as I said, the community shared its thought and everything. We have back and forth about things, and finally understood the problem. I didn't understand like the let chaining, multiple let, or some people even they are replacing their if and else's with the let and the Elvis operator and the run. This might be a problem, but here, like it will work, as I said, always the same. First of all, to rectify the error, let is a mapping function. What does it mean? It will take this get customer, like it will take the customer here in the block, and when you execute this one, this send order, let's say it returns something, the result of this let will be returned. So it is mapping this context of the object into the result of the lambda. This is different. So if you store this, if you store the result of this one into some variable, for example, and let's say that this send orders will return basically a Boolean value, whether it was sent or not, you will have that value here. Maybe this is a problem because you are allocating like a useless thing here, but this will be get rejected or will get deleted by the compiler or in the bytecode of the Java thing. Yeah, so this is it. Well, I will share this link to the tweets. Maybe you can follow me here also on Twitter. I share always daily tips on Twitter and LinkedIn if you are interested. So as I said, like I apologize for that, right? Because my intention wasn't to spread like false knowledge. This is it. So I rectified it here. Like as I said, some brilliant minds corrected me and helped me learn new things. As I said, the code snippet that I share is fine. It works perfectly. But the issue, if some developers understand that the let is for that sole purpose, then it would be a problem, as I said. So let is a mapping function. As I said, it will return the result from the lambda function, producing and creating extra variable. But as I said, it won't be a problem. It will be deleted and discarded by the compiler in the bytecode. This is it. But the problem is that sometimes we combine this let with the Elvis operator in order to replace full if and else. I will share also an article here by Danny. So the problem is that the if is binary. It will execute that or the else, if and else. But if you combine this let with the Elvis operator and the run, it may cause both sides to execute. And this is a problem. I was unaware of that until like I read the article and everything. So I learned a new thing. So if you want the same behavior of the thing of this let, but let combined with the else and everything, you can do it with the apply function. I think this works. Sometimes like this is my problem. I should test my hypothesis with this function, but I couldn't see that coming. So that was a problem. Here's a great article, The Hidden Pitfalls when using the Elvis operator. So he talked about here some examples shared by Vladimir here, right? This is a great article to read it by Danny. He's a great developer. So basically, here is the thing. Sometimes we use this data let to update the thing. And if it is null, we will run show loading spinner. This is it. This is kind of similar to that, but it's not similar. If the data isn't null, update the data, otherwise show loading spinner. Why it is not the same? This, as I said, is binary. It's either that or that. Problem with this snippet of code that if anything in this chain produce null, this will get executed. So if the data is null, we will get this let update the data, but let's say that this update data will return a value. Let's say it's updated the data and return null. Guess what? this update data will get executed, of course, returned value, and this is null, so it will run this. So it will update that data and also show the loading spinner as explained here. So if any part, let's say you have also a chain, if anything in that chain produce null, this one or this one or this one, this will be executed. The problem isn't here. The problem is here. If this one get executed and return a value like I'm talking about the let part, it will get executed. So here is a snippet that Vladimir shows here. You have this awesome var1 let, and they have this second one let. This is null. The first one is not null. The second is null. So we do have this let checks here. So we will print awesome output 2. Otherwise, we will print awesome output 1. Now, can you guess the answer here? Like I responded that nothing will get printed because I assume that since this null, this won't get executed. But the problem is that this let here will return a value of null to this let function. And this let function will return the value of null. So this will get executed, and that's the problem. So you should understand that clearly about the let function, that it is mapping things. And if you have something to depend on from the result of this let, as here we are depending on the result of this, in order to decide whether to run that or that. Now here you should pay attention. Otherwise, I think it's perfectly fine. In my example here, it's perfectly fine. It will work. As I said, I use it in my code and it's working fine. Problem here for me, like Gabor shared very interesting thing, like it's totally okay to use the value thing because it will use Kotlin smart feature. That's not a problem, of course, but for me, I don't like this 3 lines. 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, exactly. You can reduce it to 2, of course, but I like this kind of thing. I like my code to be small enough, and as I said, it will work fine, but this is not completely a replacement for if and else. Alright, so this is it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching this video to the end. I hope you understood what was the problem, and yeah, sorry for the community for that error. As I said, like I said it here in this comment, I think. Let me check. As I said, this is the beauty of sharing what you know online. If it is useful, then people will benefit. If it is false, negative information, then you get an advice of some expert and you will correct it. And guess what? Other people will benefit also. So that's the beautiful thing about the Android community. So don't hesitate to share things. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next videos. Assalamu alaikum.